Hi Leo, this is Becky from Northern Star Guidance and welcome to the monthly readings for March for Pisces season. If you haven't already, please check out the main reading. That is for Pisces season. That is just for anyone, regardless of your sun, moon, rising sign, whatever. That is just for the month. So I hope that everyone is doing well. I'm just going to start with getting us an activation card out. I'm going to pre-apologise for any background noise. Shouldn't be any today because I have no children tonight. Yeah. Oh, I'll take that one. Union. We've got commitment and presence that have popped out there, which is interesting. See if that has any meaning as we get into the reading. So, union, the energy of union activates our ability to unite our outer and inner aspects towards a state of wholeness. So, just so you know, I read for personal development, relationships, everything. I do not focus purely on love. I just see what messages are coming up and how you can use the energies of this month. Given that we are in Pisces, and Pisces is all about our connections, connection to other people. They're a very emotional sign. Connection to source. It's the sign of the dreamer as well, so you may be having more intense dreams. And we also have the full moon in Virgo at the moment, which is kind of balancing everything out, I feel. I'm liking. I don't normally do well with the abundance. Lovely. Don't normally do well with full moon energy, but I'm liking this one. This is coming up an awful lot in readings lately. While I've been doing these, it's come out, I think, for a couple of the others now, and it was in the main read, and I've had it out in personal readings as well. So we've got abundance and freedom. And have a little read of abundance. It's the first time I've had it out. Success. Abundance awaits you now. Be patient. And the affirmation is, I am now willing and able to receive the golden flow of universal abundance. I allow my soul to be aligned to my divine birthright, accepting and integrating this energy with love and gratitude. Already, I am absolutely loving the energy of this reading. We've got union, and this is being in unison with ourselves, being aligned with ourselves, being aligned with our higher selves. And like I said, Pisces is all about our connection to the other, to spirit and stuff like that. So this is the perfect month for using that energy that Pisces bring, the dreamer energy. I really feel like this is the month to make things happen, not make things happen in terms of take action, but to dream the dreams of the things that you want to take action on. Obviously, we've got Aries season coming up next, and that would be the time to be taking action on those goals and on those dreams. So I'm going to have a little read of abundance. To harvest a plentiful bounty, we must wait for the cycle of growth to be complete. Patiently nurturing and removing obstacles as they arise will allow the fruit to ripen to achieve the best yield possible. After the harvest, we begin to see the reward of our efforts flow back to us in abundance. So very much feeling like energy putting out, energy coming back to you. So whatever it is you are trying to grow right now, whether that is in relationships or in your finances, in your life, whatever you are wanting to work towards here, now is the time to be planting those seeds. Freedom as well. This is, for me, it reminds me of the Chariot and the yin and the yang energy, which is the positive, the negative, like divine masculine, divine energy, divine feminine energy working together. This is integrating all aspects of ourselves so that we are free within ourselves and we accept ourselves fully. I'll just have a read of the affirmation for that. this feels very focused as well, having a sense of focus. Free your spirit, take control of your life now. I am moving forward in the direction I choose, bringing me closer to achieving my goals and my divine life's purpose. So, wow, what a path you guys are on. Sorry, you people are on. So we'll just get our tarot reading and build that up around this main message now. Where are we? February. So you're about halfway through your cycle, aren't you? Before you hit Leo energy. And Leo, Leo season. I always feel like the season of your birth, that is when you're at your most powerful, most able and ready to bring things into your life that you want to bring in. I feel like now is the planning stages of that. This is having a focus, knowing what you want, and it's feeling very full force. Go ahead and get it. But it's not going to come to you. Oops. Don't know what happened there. It's something that you've got to work towards. It says you take control of the reins. Leo for Pisces season. Any messages? Please remember that the tarot is just a guide, and always use your own intuition and your knowledge of a situation before making any changes. Look at that. There's that seed that we are growing. 5 of Swords though, and the Lovers underneath. Your card smack in the center. Love this. And the Knight of Wands, more fire energy. Okay, so across here is the head. So this is our thoughts, our ideas and stuff. We've got past, present, future. Sorry, this is also the underlying energy to the reading. And in our heart space in the past, Queen of Pentacles. In the future, the 5 of Pentacles. What's with the 5s? Most loathed cards to come out. And then for the foundation, we've got the Hermit, Virgo energy as we go into the full moon. And the moon coming up next in the center of our foundation. And 3 of Wands. Okay, so like I said, lots of wand energy coming up. I'm going to use this other deck for clarifiers, and I'll get them as we go along. So, first of all, like I said, here's this seed that you're planting. This is the seed of prosperity. This is having that idea of like, right, okay, I'm committed to this. This is when we say, this is something I want to do. We haven't quite begun that journey yet, but it's having that thought, that idea, that focus that is coming up here. And this is like a win at all costs. Sort of doesn't matter who gets burned along the way, so long as you get what you want. Now, in some ways, that can be quite an empowering energy. It can also be, you know, just be careful of how that energy manifests. It can be a warning. I don't normally get a clarifier for that, but I am going to get one for that 5 of Swords. Because I feel like this is could hurt someone along the way sort of energy. But then sometimes, you know, it's good to have that self-investment. I mean, that's down to your own morals, if it matters if you step on people to get there. But it doesn't have to be... It says it's a card of defeat, but it's actually a card of empty victory. It's when you've won, but you don't really feel it because the damage that you've caused to get there. So that's something to be aware of there. There is always another way of doing it, though. I think that's kind of why strength's come up here. I mean, this is your card anyway. This is the card for Leo coming up in the present. And the way she's sort of looking back, and whether this is a need to forgive someone else or forgive your own past, your own methods that you've used to get to where you are now, or to get to the place that you are now. Where's that Five of Swords there? Oh, you're messing. Five of Swords is there because of the Five of Swords. Kind of love that. The cards is like telling me I do not need any more clarification there. Wow. That feels very, you know what you did. You know what you done to get here. And that's not an accusatory. I know I'm joking about it being accusatory energy, but it's just very, I mean, it could be just something on your mind of feeling bad about the people that you've left behind, or the people that you've distanced yourself from to get to where you want to be. But there's an element of, I've won. I've won. I got here. I don't care about that. I don't care about the other people. When we know that you do. I know Leo being a fixed sign. My sister's Leo and I'm Aries, so 2 fire signs. But yeah, I know she can have a stubbornness to her, but I also know that she, like myself, has a very soft interior and does actually care a lot about people. So yeah, I feel like that's maybe something playing on their mind of cutting someone out or stepping on people to get to where you want to get. So let's see why strength is coming up there then. I feel like there's an element of forgiveness coming up with strength there. I need to forgive the situation. Doesn't necessarily mean establish strength. I kind of hate this writing. I don't normally, I mean, every other deck I've got does not have the writing on it. And yet I'm distracted by it on this deck. But the Three of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in. It's like I've put that time and effort in. I'm here now. Where's my ships? I've done this. I've done all that damage. Or I've cut people out of my life. I have put so much into this. That's kind of what I feel here. I've put so much into this. Why am I not seeing the return? And what does abundance say? That you've got to strive towards it. And it's good to take a pause. It's good to take a moment. Like I said, I'm feeling very much, I mean, we've got the Fool on the bottom there. That's coming in as that underlying energy here of this is a new start. It's a new start of a new cycle for you. I mean, I'm feeling the influence of the moon here. The moon has just moved out of Leo and into Virgo. Just today, actually, or tonight. And I mean, this is feeling very now, needing to take a rest from it. Planning, putting all this energy in, putting all this time and effort in. You've earned that break. You've earned that time away from this. Just try not to get too comfortable. I don't think you are. Looking at a lot of these cards are very action-based. There is no sitting around and waiting. This is the closest we get to waiting, but it's still fire. It's still action-based. It's waiting for your return on the efforts that you've made. So who or what is this Knight of Wands? It is fire energy. It's Sagittarius energy, actually. But if it's a person, it could be a fellow fire sign. I'm feeling it more like your energy of just like, no, I want to get moving. Don't want to take that rest. want to get moving on this. And it could just be that maybe slowing down is an option rather than continuing at full steam ahead, or you're going to burn out. Kind of feel like this is driving that. In fact, we've got the Three of Wands out twice here. I've only just realised that. Let's see why this Knight of Wands is here. Material work. See, you just want to get back to work. You just want to get back to working on this project. And putting that time and effort. And this could be needing, because we've got union here. Notice something? Kind of a similar pattern going on here. Oh, put that in the wrong place. Activate our ability to unite our outer and inner aspects towards a state of wholeness. And that's what freedom is as well. It's bringing the aspects of ourselves together. Now, there's usually 3 people in here. But when you look at them, you've got the worker, the physical worker, representing our body. You've got someone who looks like they've got scrolls and stuff. So that would be the planner. That would be the mind. And then you've got someone who looks in religious robes. So that would be the spirit. And this is mind, body and spirit working together in unison. I feel like maybe it's just this thing that's playing on your mind. And I notice around, like, as we start coming up to the full moon, any things that are unhealed, that's what we start thinking about. Starts playing on our mind. And it could be something from, like, way in the past. But I feel like there's a little bit of guilt coming through here. Oh, we've got the Hermit on the bottom. It's such a strong message that's coming through because we are getting all those repeated energies coming up. I'm going to get to the Hermit in the bit, but he's coming up in here. And this is about going inside to find our dream, to find what we stand for and what motivates us to keep going forward. It's a solo journey. It's seeking our inner wisdom. And that heavily comes in. This is Virgo energy. And the moon, the full moon's a good time to be reflecting. Reflecting on the journey that you've come so far. So, let's get into this heart space. We've got the Queen of Pentacles coming up here. And when she shows up for me, it's all about self-investment. And this entire bit seems a bit of self-investment has gone on. Whether you are here, here, or here. And this is past, present, future energies. But you could be at the start of your journey over here. You could be resonating more with here. The way I see it is this is the central message here. And all this just sort of explains and builds upon this central message. Which is about getting in alignment so we can receive abundance. And it doesn't have to be just financial abundance. It is reaping the harvest of what we've grown. So what have you grown? What seeds have you planted? The Queen of Pentacles, she invests in things. She invests her time and energy. She nurtures things. Sorry, I'm not going to take them because they just kind of fell out. She's the Mother card. She puts her time, effort and energy into growing what she sees value in. Pleasure. This, it's funny, I've just said she's the Mother card, and this is the card heavily associated with children. I mean, this could be having put a lot of time and effort into into your children, now thinking about focusing on what you want to achieve for yourself. If you've got young children, that's something that I completely identified with until my youngest reached a certain age. I felt like my goals, dreams, and ambitions had to be put on hold for a long time. And then it took a little while getting back into my own confidence and my own power. And that's your card there. Feel like this is getting back aligned in with what you want, discovering what dreams you want to go for. This could also be reminiscing. Six of Cups is when we look back and go, oh, wasn't that great that day when we went to the beach and stuff like that? Wasn't that great when I was the Queen of Pentacles and I had time and money and effort to put into myself? I feel like there's a little bit of element of self-care that has gone amiss here. And that's why you're being urged now to get back in tune with yourself. Get back into your strength. So there's Five of Pentacles on the other side. Fives tend to shake things up. When we get to fives, this is when things start sort of taking a turn, because we are halfway. We're halfway to the end of whatever it is that we are building, creating and stuff. And you are literally halfway or just over your annual cycle before you reach your next season. And this one is when we feel impoverished. We feel like something's missing. That's coming through very strongly now, that the whole mother feeling of having sacrificed time and I don't want to say sacrificed, invested time and energy into building sorry, into growing and nurturing, looking after the home, looking after the children, caring for somebody, or just working, just putting yourself into whatever it is that you do. And now is time for a little bit of self-care. And that could be the lack there as well. Of, okay, who am I? And Leos are not ones to lose their identity so readily. I know a lot of the Leos I know can be very hard work and very focused people. So we've got the Hangman coming up for here. And this has taken that time to change your perspective on things. There's that pause. This is also about sacrifice. And I feel like there has been sacrifice. That's why we're at this point. In this future heart space, it's like, well, you know, what's left for me? Where's myself in all of this? The Hangman is Pisces energy as well. It's a card for Pisces. Feel very like the link between the Hanged Man and the Hermit here. The Hermit in our foundation here. Taking time out to explore yourself, to understand what your star is, what your dream is, what you are aiming for. Because this is a lack of abundance. And this is talking about getting abundance, receiving abundance. I feel like the sacrifice here is what abundance means to you. What does abundance mean to you? Is it to have wealth? Is it to have things? Is it material abundance? I mean, the Leo card, this is, you are the I will. You will things into being. Leos can be such strong manifestors. Because when you get a goal, an aim, and you're the kings of the, I'll say kings and queens. I don't use kings and queens as set by gender. You are the kings, you are the rulers of, you're the rulers and masters of the fire element, which is passions, desires, drive. And whilst Leos can have a little bit of a lazy side to them, I'm an Aries and I must have a lot of Leo in my chart or something, because I can be very similar. It's more just that of luxury to achieve the best, to get the best things. And I feel like this is asking you to reassess what you see as abundance. It's been a tough, with the pandemic and everything, I feel like we have all had to reassess our values, our beliefs, our ideas of who we are. And this is quite big on that for yous at the moment, of finding yourself again. See why that Hermit's there. The Tower, Aries and Scorpio energy. What happened? What shook your foundations? Feel like it's made you question things about where you're going in life, what you're doing in life. But where your energy goes, that is what you will grow. That's what's coming up through here. I feel like it's just about reassessing that goal. Look, we've got sorrow on the bottom there. Did some of you go through a heartache? Because the past is all about, it just feels empty. There's this, empty winds. We've got the bit of reminiscing here, but this is what I mean. It's like the foundations were shook. And it's made you question who you are, what your dream is without this person, or without, like I said, it could be, I'm seeing it from a mother perspective here. And I'm relating to it as a mother, because I know that can swallow your identity a bit. It doesn't have to be, it could be a lover, it could be a friend, it could be family, it could be anyone. What is interesting to me is when both of these come out, I thought both of them were the Seven of Swords. In fact, it's in the Seven of Swords, he has hold of 5 swords and 2 on the floor. And this one, he's got hold of all 5 swords. He's not left anything. In this one, he's got hold of the 3 swords, and these 2 have dropped theirs. Now, the 7 can be about avoiding an issue. It can be about deceit. It's the things that are not being said. And I don't know why that's coming up, because I had to do a double take when both of them come out, because I thought it was the 7. So whether that is you feel like someone betrayed you or said something, feels very behind the back, out of sight. But as I've said through most of these readings, we've got the full moon upon us. Now is a great time to release that energy. And if there's stuff that hasn't been said, Write it down, write it out. Get it out of your body. It can be like a poison that holds you back. It feels like that situation needs forgiving. And the moon sheds light on what is hidden from us. It shows us the shadow sides. Material gain. See, this is the comfort zone as well. Can be the gilded cage, and I'm feeling very much a need to push outside of that now. Let me get another one for that. What's the Nine of Pentacles there? Queen of Wands, Aries energy. This is finding your fire again. Very much feel this shift from sacrificing so that you can have what you want and be yourself and find your own dreams. We've got love on the bottom there as well. That's twice that the lovers or lover energy has come up as an underlying energy. I feel like that is the important thing here. This is finding where your heart is committed in this. What are you committed to growing, and what... This is like redefining what it is you want out of life. What is your driving force? Is it material gain? Is it family gain? Is it, you know, what is that abundance to you? What does that signify for you? So this is finding that and embodying that and reaching out to get that. There's that Three of Wands there. Judgment. Making peace with your past. Putting the past to rest so you can move forward. I think that just sums up the entire energy that's going on here. Releasing that energy, forgiving yourself, forgiving the other person. That's what this shift is and this sacrifice is. Once you make peace with that past, once you release any negative feelings towards it, believe me, I know that can be a hard thing to do. It's something I always feel need to say, that if you're not ready, if it's still very raw, you can't be ready to forgive. When you get to a place where you're settled, but it's still there, like a thorn, you've got to take that thorn out so you can heal the wound. But to move on, to get on those ships, to get that abundance, you need to make peace with this. Feeling like a bit of shadow work needs to be done here to bring your shadow into balance as well, with compassion and love. Just remember that it's okay to be human. To be human is to fuck up sometimes, to do things wrong, but we do what we felt was necessary at the time and what was maybe necessary of us at the time, especially if you're resonating with this mother energy. to be a mother is to sacrifice. Hell, I think my mum's still doing it for me, nearly 40 years later. She's still making sacrifices for me. Oh my God, we got the Lovers on the bottom again. So Lovers has been on the bottom twice now, and we had that Two of Cups as well. And the Lovers doesn't have to just be about a connection with other people. It can be that connection with yourself. The balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine energy, our creative, intuitive side, our nurturing side, with our drive, our ambition. It's bringing those two into balance and into harmony. Right, I'm going to get a Angels and Ancestors card for you. I keep gravitating towards my other deck. I'm going to get you one of them as well. I've not pulled them for everyone, so get one of these. We'll see how we get on from here, but I feel like you need one of the other ones because it feels like quite a big reading. That was quick. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. It's interesting because we've got a Hanged Man who sees from a different perspective, but he's usually hanging upside down. It's usually reaching the top and then realising that it's not quite as good as you thought it would be up there. So, see from a higher perspective. Now, though, this is about taking that different perspective on things, taking a look from above at things, because when we are in smack in the middle of things, it makes it difficult to see from all sides and to see what is happening around us. Look at things from a different angle, fly higher and see new possibilities. Eagle medicine swirls around you, encouraging you to recognize that your views or vision may be limited at this time. Is there a chance that that your own desperation, needs, or ego could be blocking you from seeing the potential in your current situation? If there are other people involved, you are being guided to see things from everyone's perspective. If you're feeling the need for something to change, how can you take the high road? Know that if you have intentions that aren't for the highest good, it will only hold you back. Eagle medicine can help you change this. The eagle brings the energy of healing and love directly from the heart of Father Sky and invites you to do all things from a place of love. Now, what kept coming up in this underlying energy was love. And this is coming from a place of love, coming from a place of heart, which feels pretty I don't want to say broken, but I feel like you're questioning it at the moment, questioning about where your heart lies. Right, I am going to get a Sacred Rebel card because I feel after a reading like that, something like this would be beneficial. Gotta say, Leo, I was not prepared for the way this was going to go. Wow. We are in full moon energy though as well. Tomorrow is the official full moon, so I'm going to have to take a break and not do so many readings. The advice for Leo on this journey. come to life. Once again, feels very fitting. It says, you are the most sacred of all sacred artworks. You are bringing yourself to life now, and this is how it must be. Of course, something being essential doesn't mean it will always be easy. You must support yourself and have courage during this process. Your monkey mind is not to run the show. It might have a lot to say, and at times it might seem very convincing, but it is not the one in charge. Your mind can inspire you with ideas. However, it is the real you that speaks through your rebellious sacred heart and is living your life, not the monkey mind. The mind is not much more than a swirling cacophony of habitual reactions. Beneath habitual thoughts, there is a deeper, essential, creative, and energetic awakening happening to you. It is so far beyond what the mind is now capable of controlling. Others might not like it because it shakes things up. Coming to life tends to do that. However, it is happening now, and the only real choice you have to make is how to deal with it. Coming to life means feeling. It might bring joy, but it could also equally bring sadness, rage, and fear. It could bring all of these and more. Feelings will come and go quite swiftly when allowed to flow. You might need to paint, write, enact ritual, sing or dance your feelings to help the energy flow. Don't hold back. Create the space for yourself to do it. In this process, you are uncovering the artistry of the universal creator. You are honouring the sacredness of life by exploring it without restraint, and that includes the flow of your feelings. You don't have to do anything with them other than express. You might want to analyse, you might not. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're getting in touch with feelings. Learning how to access your feelings allows you to learn how to access your intuition, creativity, inspiration, and genuine internal guidance. These aspects flow from the same place and are often couched within your feelings, in the form of emotions as well as physical sensations. The journey underneath the mind and into a sensual, emotional connection with your feelings, emotions, and body is for a sacred purpose. It is a part of your path. You are one of the sacred but powerful minority that have chosen to come into a body and live consciously within it. It might seem like it applies to everybody, but when you experience it for yourself, you will realise that this is actually rather rare. There are plenty of bodies without a spirit really residing within to care for, love, and honour them as a sacred animal. Fortunately, this minority is powerful enough that it can keep human culture in balance, but only just. We need every single one of us that is capable to be aware of the task and more beyond the mind and into the body. This is especially so... Oh no, we haven't drawn any other oracles. To come into your sensuality, you will need to anchor your experiences. You may be blessed with relationships that are conscious enough to be interested in your journey in the constructive, rather than controlling and undermining way. If so, talk, converse, share. If not, then you will need to be more resourceful in how you support yourself through your awakening process, at least until you attract some more conscious connections into your life. It is likely that these connections are already on their way, just because you are working with the energy of this oracle deck. So, I'll just skip to the healing process here. Lie quietly and play some beautiful music that you love. Allow it to move through your body, as though the sound is pure energy and you are as light as air. Let the sound feel good. Let your cells receive the sound energy. Feel the music rattle about in your body, as if the sound waves are making your cells vibrate. they are. Let there be life. Get up and move if you wish. If you have emotion arising, be with it, but don't hold on to it. Let it rise and fall as it will. Be in this process as long as feels right for you. Feeling you have had enough indicates that you have completed the healing process for this oracle. You may wish to repeat the exercise daily for several weeks. If so, choose music that feels right for you each time. You can see the difference this healing process has on your well-being, your energy levels, and the ease in which you access your intuition and feelings. Also note the clarity in which you perceive. You might be surprised at what a little music therapy, consciously received, can do for you. And I'd say this is definitely the season to be doing it in for Pisces season, which is all about getting in contact, in connection with our emotions, with our higher selves, and with our intuitions. Right, I hope that has been helpful for you, and I will speak to you next month. Bye for now.